Open worlds are incredible. Shooters are addictive. But when you combine a massive, explorable world with tight, satisfying gunplay, something magical happens. Suddenly, you're not just completing missions. You're carving your own path through a living world, picking fights on your own terms, clearing outposts your way, and making every single bullet count. The freedom to roam anywhere, shoot anything, and tackle every situation exactly how you want. That's a gaming fantasy that never gets old. But finding open world shooters that actually nail both sides, the world and the gunplay, is harder than it sounds. Today, we've done that work for you. No empty worlds, no clunky controls, no wasted potential. Just 20 open world shooting games where the exploration hits and the gunplay absolutely slaps. Let's get into it. 4 players, Bolivia. 1 massive drug cartel. Full tactical freedom. Ghost Recon Wildlands is still the best co-op open world shooter ever made. You and 3 friends can approach every mission however you want. Go in silent with suppressors and take out the whole base without a single alarm. Or go loud and call in airstrikes while one of you steals the helicopter. The map is enormous. Mountains, jungle, salt flats, urban sprawl, and every region feels distinct. The Santa Blanca cartel is properly intimidating, and coordinating takedowns with friends gives you that military thriller fantasy that no other game delivers quite like this. This one's 11 years old, and it just got a 10th anniversary edition because it still holds up. Boston in the year 2287, completely destroyed by nuclear war, and you're trying to survive it. What Fallout 4 does that most open-world shooters don't is give the gunplay weight and consequence. Every weapon you find, you can modify. Stock, barrel, receiver, sights, all of it. A pipe pistol you found in a rubble pile can become something terrifying with the right parts. And the world is packed with 6 full story expansions. Far Harbor alone is worth the price of the whole game. If you want a shooter where the world tells a story in every corner, Fallout 4 is it. Metro Exodus is what happens when a developer completely understands atmosphere. Artyom and his crew are on a train, the Aurora, crossing a post-nuclear Russia, and each region you stop in is a massive open world that feels completely isolated from the rest of the planet. The gun feel in this game is unlike anything else. Weapons are dirty, heavy, impactful. You clean them in the field with a little kit. You craft ammo from scavenged materials. You feel every single bullet fired. One of the regions, the Volga River, is a sun-drenched open world where mutated shrimp the size of cars live in the water. Another is an endless snow desert. Each one is masterfully designed. One of the most underrated shooters ever made. If you wrote this game off when it came out, I completely understand. The reviews were mixed and the opening is slow. But Days Gone has become one of those games that people discover 2 years later and just lose their minds over. Deacon St. John on his motorcycle is a genuinely great protagonist. The Pacific Northwest open world is gorgeous. Forests, mountains, abandoned towns, and the hordes. Hundreds, sometimes thousands of freakers moving as one mass. And you have to figure out how to destroy them, using the environment, explosions, fire, the drifter bike itself as a weapon. Nothing in gaming quite feels like surviving a Days Gone horde. San Francisco. Open world, hacking as your primary weapon. Watch Dogs 2 is so much better than most people remember it being. Marcus Holloway, hacker, DedSec member, absolute legend, can hack traffic lights to cause 20-car pileups, deploy drones to scout buildings before you breach them, 3D print custom guns in the field, and take over security systems to make enemy cameras shoot their own guards. It's endlessly creative. The shooting works well, the driving is fun, and the city feels genuinely alive. It also has one of the best co-op implementations in any open-world game. Just drop in and out seamlessly. This is the Far Cry that got everything right. You're dropped into Hope County, Montana, a fictional county that's been taken over by a doomsday cult called Eden's Gate, and your job is to take it back by any means necessary.
What makes Far Cry 5 special is the freedom. You can go anywhere, recruit allies, fly planes, use animals as weapons, set fields on fire, blow up silos. The villain, Joseph Seed, is genuinely one of the most chilling antagonists in gaming. He's calm, he's convinced he's saving you, and he is absolutely terrifying. The map is huge, the gunplay is fluid, and it never stops throwing something insane at you. Peak open world shooter formula. If you gave up on Cyberpunk at launch, and honestly, fair enough, you need to come back right now, because what CD Projekt Red turned this into is insane. Version 2.0 completely rebuilt the RPG system, the police AI, the combat, the cyberware. Night City is now one of the most detailed, most alive open world I've ever built. And the shooting? You can go full gunslinger, full netrunner hacking people's brains, full blade running street samurai, and every playstyle feels completely different. The Phantom Liberty expansion gives you a spy thriller story on top of all that. In terms of pure open world shooting variety, Cyberpunk is basically unmatched right now. Okay, we are starting with the one game that doesn't need an introduction, but we're giving it one anyway. GTA 5 has been alive for over a decade now, and it is still the most played open world game on the planet. 3 protagonists, 1 city, and more ways to cause absolute mayhem than any other game in existence. You want to shoot a military tank off a fighter jet going 400 miles an hour? That's Tuesday in Los Santos. And GTA Online keeps getting massive updates. New heists, new vehicles, new chaos, even now in 2026. No open world shooting list starts anywhere else. This is the benchmark. Everything else on this list gets compared to this. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the most immersive open-world games ever created. Set in a beautifully detailed Wild West landscape, you step into the boots of Arthur Morgan, an outlaw trying to survive in a rapidly changing world. The game's shooting mechanics are grounded and realistic, making every gunfight feel intense and meaningful. But what truly sets it apart is its world. Every town, every character, and every small detail feels alive. Whether you're hunting in the wilderness, robbing trains, or simply riding through the countryside, the game constantly pulls you deeper into its world. Combined with a powerful story and unforgettable characters, Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't just a game, it's an experience that stays with you long after you finish it. Starfield is Bethesda's biggest and most ambitious game yet, taking open-world exploration beyond a single map and into an entire universe. With over 1,000 planets to explore, the game gives you unmatched freedom to create your own journey. You can become a space explorer, a smuggler, or even a bounty hunter. The choice is completely yours. The shooting mechanics feel solid, offering both first-person and third-person combat. But Starfield isn't just about gunfights, it's about discovery, storytelling, and building your own adventure across the stars. From customizing your spaceship to engaging in deep RPG systems, every decision shapes your experience. If you've ever wanted a game where you can truly live your own sci-fi story, Starfield delivers a scale and freedom that very few games can match. This is the most slept-on game on this entire list, and I will die on this hill. Mad Max from Avalanche Studios came out the same month as Metal Gear Solid 5 and got completely buried. That is a tragedy. The Wasteland is a stunning open world of sand dunes, abandoned refineries, and cannibal war parties. Building the magnum opus, your personal war machine, is one of gaming's great progression systems. Upgrading the engine, armor, weapons, adding a flamethrower, a harpoon launcher that rips doors off enemy cars. The on-foot shotgun combat is brutal and satisfying, and the car combat against warboy convoys is visceral and spectacular. Go play this game. There is no game on this list more committed to the bit than Just Cause 4. Rico Rodriguez returns to a massive South American open world with one mission:
cause as much destruction as humanly possible. Except now, the game has added real weather, tornadoes that pick up vehicles and fling them at enemies, lightning storms, blizzards. And the tether system has been upgraded to absurdity. Attach a gas canister to an enemy, inflate it, watch them float into the sky. Attach a car to a jet. Attach a cow to a rocket. None of this is why the game is fun, but all of it is part of why the game is fun. Pure, unapologetic, explosive chaos. Nobody's doing it better.
This one surprised everyone. Halo going open world felt like a risk, and it paid off completely. The Zeta Halo Ring is a gorgeous, varied open world, and patrolling it as Master Chief with a grapple shot is absolutely electric. The grapple alone changes everything. You're swinging across canyons, pulling weapons out of enemy hands, ziplining onto moving vehicles. The gunplay is the best Halo has ever felt. Clean, precise, deeply satisfying. Banished enemies are intelligent and aggressive, taking over outposts, rescuing UNSC Marines, hunting high-value targets across the ring. It's classic Halo energy finally given room to breathe.
Washington, D.C. has collapsed. The Lincoln Memorial is now a refugee camp. Factions have carved up the city and are at war, and you're a division agent trying to restore order, which mostly involves shooting a lot of people in incredibly satisfying cover-based tactical firefights. The Division 2 has some of the best gun feel and enemy design in any open-world shooter. Enemies react to where you hit them, flank intelligently, use the environment. The world itself, a fully recreated DC, overgrown with weeds and graffiti, is stunning to explore. And the Dark Zone, where players fight each other and the AI, still one of the most tense open-world multiplayer ideas in gaming history. Take a Caribbean island paradise. Now make it a brutal dictatorship run by one of the most iconic TV actors alive. Giancarlo Esposito plays Anton Castillo, a dictator who is terrifying in every scene he's in. That alone is worth the price of admission. Far Cry 6 is the biggest map in the series, full of guerrilla warfare, makeshift weapons called resolver gadgets, a music box that fires CD blades, a flamethrower backpack, a compound bow with custom bolts. You build a resistance from scratch and tear the island apart piece by piece. It's loud, it's vibrant, it's chaotic. Far Cry at its most spectacular.